Here we are, another track from scratch. It's Sunday and it's been a week since I've done this. This is the fifth one now. I'm Matt Hodson, aka MATTHS, and I'm going to basically build a track from scratch. It's Sunday, so probably will be quite chilled out, I think. Do check out the other live streams that I've done on this as well. And if you want to get involved, I'm on Twitch. I'm streaming this to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. So please do find me on there and get involved in the chat as I'm going along, because you can help maybe direct what it is that I'm doing and give your input and all that kind of thing. So let's let's just jump straight in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm interested in playing with Euclidean rhythms and that kind of thing. And in the grid, let me just put something in here. The grid by default is you've just got a very simple oscillator again going into an envelope and then the audio out. And let me just put a note in here. There we go. You should hopefully get any sounds. Just turn off the input. We've got very, very basic sound going through here. I'm just going to change this to attack decay. And every time there's a note triggered, basically it triggers that envelope, lets the sound through if you like, and there we go. Nice and simple. So what I'd like to do is play around with these gates that are coming in. I can turn off that gate that's coming in from the note here, basically. If you turn it off, then you can start bringing in your own gates and data and all that kind of thing. Hey CTB, thanks for joining us. So here, for example, I've got these gates that I could use. And you can come up with some interesting rhythms, you know, from that. You know, the other thing you could do, I suppose, you could get a mixer and you could have two of these running as well. Come on, copy and paste. I find copy and paste a bit weird sometimes. And you could add more into this, which is all, that's all cool, you know, whatever. They're matched to the same BPM of Bitwig, so they're running at that. You can half the speed, divide the speed and all that kind of thing. What might be interesting as well, instead of doing that, let's have two different ones instead. Let's kill that mixer, see you later. So we've got two different ones playing now. Actually, I should have kept that mixer, because what I'm going to do is mix the output of these. And so on this one, we'll have, I've got to run the oscillator through it as well. There we go. So this one, it's got more triggers playing, and I might have very, very quick envelope. And this one, a little bit longer. And you've got these interesting things going on already. You know, and I can have less of one and that kind of thing. That's all cool. Shall we vibe it up straight away with some Echo Boy, something like that? That'll do for now. That's good going. Now, what'd be really cool is to try and play with those rhythms though that are coming from this gate in here. It'd be cool if I could change that in real time. So I'm going to duplicate what I've just done. He's just made an exact copy, and I'll turn off the Echo Boy. And I think what I'll do is, yeah, let's try something different. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. And put all these on. Now, one of the things that we can do is we could take, there's actually a triggers module as well, which you could take, and instead of using that, I could just trigger from that instead. So it's now playing every 4, 5, which is pretty cool. So you could have multiple of these all running in like at different lengths, like that one at 4 and that one at 7, and triggering this envelope, if you like. But what I want to do though is make sure that they are quantized to the clock. And so what we can do is get a clock quantize, haha, and we can run the input into from the triggers into the clock quantize, and we need to send this now something to quantize to. So let's take these triggers and pop them into there like that. And now we can run that into there. So basically it's quantizing. So if we put it on 5, it'll quantize to these triggers here. Just bear with me, you know, this will go somewhere. Let's make the divisions high resolution 16th notes. And that should be in time with the metronome as well. So that's pretty cool. But what would be really cool as well is if we could change this in real time, which we can actually. We could just grab this value dial here, and we can use that dial to change the intervals. What do I need? A modulator out, and I'm going to modulate the triggers here. So if I just turn that up to about the amount that it's going to modulate to about that, then and put this on 1. As I turn this dial, it's now going through those different values from the triggers. Let's make this even more high res. Let's make that 32. Fill all those in. Last one. So it's playing on every one. 3, I think. So now I can change that in real time, which is pretty cool. So with that in mind, so I'll just turn the audio up, hopefully that's all right. Hey Inky, hello Mr. Mac, thanks for joining us. Jump straight into the grid here, and I'm going to try and get it a bit psychedelic today. Let's have another one of these envelopes, and let's run that oscillator again through it, and I'm going to copy what I've just made here, and I'm going to whack that into here instead. One thing that I think I should do as well is turn these from gate outputs to triggers. So they're both doing the same thing, but what if I have one really slow? So that one's running slow, that one's running fast. Get that kind of thing going on. All coming from that one oscillator. Bit of delay. The old Echo Boy, you know, I like the Echo Boy. Actually, no, yeah, let's play with this a little bit more. Just get that vibe in a bit more. So mute that one. What did I have before? Interesting. Okay, that's kind of cool. I think we need some sort of filter in there, don't we? Let's run that here. Okay. Let's also send that to a reverb in here on the send. Why not? Still using this quite a lot. This super massive. Again, if anyone's got any other ideas for reverbs, delays, distortions, do let me know. There we go. That's quite interesting. What if we add some extra notes now as well? So it's playing a C. That's pretty Sunday vibing if you're asking me. Okay. What's it need now? Where are we going to go now? There's some more notes. Let's do something a bit more different on this one. Just set these to be kind of rotating round. So what I want it to do, like after it's played one twice, then play random. So it should play around this twice, then it'll play next one randomly. It's just like follow on, I guess, like you have in Ableton. And now it's just going to kind of constantly keep changing. Okay, so we're in the key of C. Okay, that's an obvious A. Let's get a pad in there, something quite interesting. Again, I'm a big fan of Diva for pads and that kind of thing. Let's just start off with some kind of dreamy synth or something like that for now. I've done this before as well, where I just build up a sound, I don't know what it's going to sound like, and then start playing with it. This sound to sound quite gritty and lo-fi and that kind of thing. Again, I could do with some more help on some decent distortions, because I just keep going to this for distortion. I just like it. I like the fact that you can take the top end off using the darkness. Before running into distortion, I'm going to run it through a shimmer reverb. If you don't know about the shimmer reverbs, what they basically do is can have kind of octave or intervals of the reverb that are produced. So play from my keyboard. That's the sound I've just made. Quite like that, actually. What I want it to do though is fade in. So let's go in and turn up the attack time. But it's quite big, isn't it? It's quite beefy. So what I might do is group these original basses, and I'm going to sidechain this big distorted thing from these synthesizers that are playing, and I can use the Bitwig dynamics, and I can set the input to come from this polygrid from these synths playing. Let's whack the ratio up. So it's not side chaining from a kick drum, it's going to be it's going to be side chaining from synths. Just keeps it a bit more under control. Let's just play with that a bit. Filter cut off all the way open. Let's assign the filter cut off to my MIDI controller here. Map to MIDI controller. That one will do nicely. This in. Should have been like that. This is quite good on headphones as well. Okay, who's in the chat room with us? Inky, hey, Zafin, how's it going? Frank, 4:30 in California, and Frank's here. What are you doing up this early? Hopefully this is, you're looking out on some kind of sunrise while you're listening to this. Is my microphone too loud? Is that better? Is that down? Is that better? That might work. Okay. There's so much I could just jam with here already. different reverbs in space. Cake Baby Man. That's a great name. Cake Baby Man. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we've got 15 viewers here in YouTube land, and what's going on over in Twitch? I think there's one person on Twitch. Can't even see if anyone's... Oh yeah, it's 3 people there on Facebook. Hello, Facebook crew. Okay, let's jump back here. So where are we going to go next? Are we going to have a kick? The thing is, where does the kick go? That's the thing. The sun isn't up yet, I need sleep. Frank, have you been up all night? Have you been partying? I'm not insinuating anything, but... let's get some kicks in there. Where are the kicks going to go? Now I'm going to use my preset here for kicks, where I've shown you this before, probably on all the live streams so far, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kick drum samples all going into a mixer, so I can essentially layer up different kick drum sounds. Now where is the kick? Is it there? Is that too obvious? It's... yeah, let's see. Quite like where that's sat. Hi-hats, definitely, yeah. Some other percussion in there. I like the way it's almost one sound, everything that's going on. It's like the kick drums almost sounds like a bass thud on a synth, and a distortion's just masking it all. I mean, with that distortion, I could actually sidechain it harder by just duplicating that twice, but I could also sidechain it as well as from the synth from the kick drum. Now it's just going to bounce in time with that kick drum. It's not bad. Let's just cane it using the old sausage fattener. Actually, I might put that on a send, because sometimes when you, with a kick drum, you put distortion on it or you compress a kick drum, you lose a lot of bottom end, you know, and it just becomes kind of, it just becomes like the sound of someone hitting a cardboard box. So let's put in a new effect track here, and instead I'm going to put this sausage fattener on the effects send. So this way we can keep our original kick drum here untouched, and now I'm sending that over to the sausage fattener here on a separate track, merging them together. Oh, watch your speakers. Watch your speakers, folks. So you could have that really quite big like that. kind of feel like it needs more of a tail on a distortion. So if I add a little bit of cheeky plate reverb, when I say a little bit, something like that. And just merge the two. Yeah, hi-hats, definitely Matt. Let's put some of those in. I quite like the built-in E-hat that you just get with Bitwig. Send those to that distortion. And also to the reverb there. Is that kick drum? It's too much. Let's scale it down twice as much. Different sounds out of this E-hat because of all the modulation and the sort of synthesis parameters in it. It's really cool. It's one reason why with modular synths I've never really been drawn to buying sample players or like bespoke kick drums like Tip Top 808 or the 909, because my kick drums for tracks, they change so much that it's all about character for them, and I want them to be processed and using distortions and that kind of thing. Okay, so we've kind of got the bed going on, we've got some movement. This polygrid's getting a bit lost. We'll just compress it a little bit. Some kind of movement sounds, that kind of thing. Just checking the chat room. Anyone got any suggestions? Anything they want to throw in there, please do. So you know what? I'm just going to the same things that I'm using in pretty much every live stream. I'm using the same distortion, same reverbs. I'm using Contact for exhale. You know, I'm using Sausage Fattener. I'm pretty much using always the same plugins in a minute, and I mean that's okay. I mean I bought these plugins. These are ones that I want to use a lot. You know. So what can we get out of exhale? That's Albaganda. So exhale, if you don't know, is it does all these cool But I want something a bit more. You've got kind of pads, you've got tape loops, you've got complex stuff going on. I want loops, I want some interesting kind of... Wow, wow. Whoa. I'm not a fan of these pitched up and pitched down vocals. I'm hoping it's a fad. That's pretty cool. What was that? Really? Okay. Let's choose cinematic, filter it down a bit. No. Pads. Can I have pads in there? No. Okay. I want a pad. Ooh, nice and low. Yeah, some Foley sounds. That'd be really cool. I don't have much on this hard drive, I don't think. What does this sound like? Some really like low bass like that. Can you actually remember the track that I was working on? Let's hear it. It's quite nice. It's got this breathing to that sound. There's a lot of dirty, muddy, low end that's going on in this track. And I think most people would go in and take an EQ and cut out different parts of the bass to stop things kind of like sounding soupy, as Nick Bat would say, how I described some of my previous live streams. Thanks, Nick. I'll take that as a compliment. But I'm not bothered about that extra bass in there. Not at the minute. It's all these things that are making it quite interesting to listen to in a way. See you later, dude. Thanks for joining us, Safin. Go check out his channel as well. He's been doing some really cool little short videos interviewing people about things to do with the music industry. Andrew Brooks, welcome. Low end mud is good, says CTB. Yeah, I might use that for a title for this one. Low end mud. I might just call it Mud. Saturday Mud. Let's play some high end stuff. Hello? On this pad, I want to play some stuff in. So I'm going to stop this. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong one. I should be labeling my tracks. Pad, distorted pad. Here, and let's put that into record. So, I was playing this before. What if I went higher? FGC. Let's try it, FGC. How am I going to do this? I want these things to So I'm just going to copy everything over here. And so I want this to go C, D, E, F. This might be a bit obvious. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit obvious. So, back to the C. Sound different. That's better. Way too obvious. Let's go back to this and just have the pad doing that. That's much better. I don't know where I was going down a weird hole there. It wasn't working. It was too obvious. Je deteste. I'm gonna get rid of that completely. Okay, sounds like Atmosphere by Joy Division. Yes, love Joy Division. Get my didgeridoo out. Yes, I wish I had one, mate. If I was feeling really brave, I'd go to the master and I would put a sausage fattener on the master. Like that. I know that's just got a bit louder. But it's squidging everything together without it. With it. This is getting lost, and it's really important you can hear it because it's providing the okay, now it's getting a bit too much. It's just that pad takes up so much frequency. Fat sausage soup, says Tony. Yeah, the colour on the sausage plugin, it's got the colour here, which if I make this a bit more extreme play with the colour, basically I think it's a notch filter that it's just, I don't know, maybe 5 dB notch filter that you can sweep. You can hear that. So when it's down here, it's emphasizing the bass. When it's up there, it's emphasizing, I don't know, what's that, 18 kilohertz maybe by the sounds of it. This pad, what's it like if I fade it in? I thought I'd recorded in the automation with this, but I guess I didn't. Did something and it freaked out the audio engine. There we go, come back to life. It's the song coming back to life. Okay. Need some stuff up now in the top end as well. Top end. All we've got at the minute is those hi-hats up there. I wonder if there's something else in Contact I could play with. And I'm thinking not that, but instead I've got this Olafur Arnold's Composer Toolkit, which is pretty cool. Tempo locked. Let's put some felt grand piano. See how that works. And set this for my key step. Chord enable. Arpeggiator is pretty cool. I haven't really got my head around it, to be honest, too much. Let's open up the... What have we got to play around with on here? Dynamics, reverb. It's just pretty much one note coming from that piano, but it's in the right place. No, I'm not gonna use the sausage founder actually. I think rather than compress something and lift it up using volume, think I could just quickly use an EQ actually. To be that C note. Yeah, I don't think it works when it transposes. Native instruments, have we got any reverbs in there? I mean, there's stuff built into Guitar Rig that can be quite juicy. I think Guitar Rig can sometimes be one of those underused plugins because people just think of it as guitar for guitars, but I think there's some really cool effects in here, like reverbs. Just go into components and grab a reverb. Is it reflector, if I remember right? It's really quite interesting reverb. Octaverb, I guess, is adding octave, like shimmer. Again, I think I'm going to stop it playing these. Sorry, just turn it off. I think it just wants to play this one note. And it's so subtle in the mix. I could turn it up, I could compress it, but it's just there. Now, what if I was to have that same note appearing as well on a different instrument? So I'm just going to duplicate it. Just going to duplicate that. Yeah. What if I had the same note and I can delay the note as well, and it comes from a totally different preset or instrument? In the Composer's Toolkit, we've got some tempo locked rhythm. I don't know what this is. TM. It might not be what we're after. No, it's bass. Bass. No, don't want it. Instead, let's jump back into. Let's change it from contact, and let's go into the. No, take your pick. Come on, first person to tell me what synth to grab. I'll grab it. I'm waiting. I'm thinking reactor. or Brazil? Am I going to have to choose? Anyone got anyone? Mallets? Digga, 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 digga. Yeah, that could be quite cool. Have I got anything like that? Have I? Native instruments. If I have, it'll be in my libraries, but I haven't installed a lot. I've just got pianos and the drummer. That's all I really use. So I haven't installed all the kind of, all those mallets. I'll tell you what I do have though is, and I'll just do it over on this screen. I've got Loop Cloud as well, which is pretty cool. Loop Cloud. And here I can access a load of different samples and that kind of thing. If you haven't used Loop Cloud before, basically what it allows you to do is, yeah, that's cool with Loop Cloud. With Loop Cloud, it allows you to basically listen to a load of loops that are up in the cloud, and it tempo matches as well to whatever it is that you're doing. So this is what Loop Cloud looks like. I think it's mainly a lot of electronica stuff, but there are like hand claps and that kind of things in there as well. I need to solo channel so we can hear it. So we were after some mallets, I believe. I don't know if they've got mallets. I just typed in mallet. Mallet's mallet. They're quite interesting, those taka taka. I think you might be onto something. Whoa, okay. Maybe not. I don't think that's going to work. The other thing is you can go by what key you're in. It's not just drum loops and stuff, but you've also got pianos and keyboards. Percussion, cowbell, kalimba. What we got in kalimba? Donk. Put a banging doink on it. Okay. Some timpani. I think they're going to be too like, yeah, okay, never mind, we tried. In that case, I know inside of Bitwig we've got a sampler as well with different sounds in it. So if we go by let's go by sampler. Oops, I need to create the right track like that. Oopsie daisy. And let's put that in there. And here we've got loads of cool stuff we can try. Let's see if there's something. We want something again up in that top range that's going to fit into the mix. So we've got sort of guitars, muted guitar. Could that be interesting, do you think? I would never use anything like that, to be honest. So what else we got? Wind stuff. Ethnic. That's a jaw harp. Kalimba here. Do you reckon I should try those? Oh, they're like FM'd. Okay. don't really want FM'd. Toy xylophone. Okay, we're going to go with this. And I'm going to put the arpeggiator in front of it. And we are in C. Can anyone actually remember the track? You ready to hear the track again? This is why it's important to sometimes just stop it. Oh, there we go. Now, don't forget there's a hi-hat in there as well. So if I mute that, the hi-hat's there. But we can add this xylophone on top. That's pretty cool. Big long sort of smashing reverb. That kind of job. So let's get loop cloud back. Got a crash. Yikes. I think I was doing too much there. I was streaming, I had the loop cloud open, and I had quite a lot going on in Bitwig. Now I didn't save any of that, so it's going to ask me if I want to rescue it. Yeah, I do. Let's give that a go. Let's see if it will. I might have just lost everything. Should save it now. Let's save this. Remember, I'm saving all these projects under live streams, and the idea is that I'll finish them and I'll put them out as well. I like that piano still. Live streams, and this is live stream 5. Live stream 5, and probably call it Mud or something. Well, I like the way the kick disappeared a little then. Just taking the kick out and then back in again. Dead important. make that twice as long because I'm going to crazy it up now with some plate reverb like that into distortion. Let's try Decapitator for distorting it. How did the crash happen? I like I say, I'm just live streaming. There's a lot of data going around. I was using Loop Cloud. I might not have updated Loop Cloud. It's not Loop Cloud's fault. Andrew, thanks for joining us. See you later, dude. Have a great day. DJ Zen is making yogurt. Perfect tune for making yogurt. Brilliant. You know you've arrived when someone is making yogurt to your music. Great. I'm going to sidechain that new... Sidechain that from the kick. Definitely. Make it really harsh so you can really hear it. Cool. So I guess I need to come up with some kind of structure for this. That clap is going to take up a lot of that top end if we don't keep it moving. So I'm just going to grab the EQ, and what I want to do is take some of the top end off it and move this around, that kind of thing. So I'm going to modulate that using the built-in modulators, and I can just use an LFO and modulate the frequency. Like that. Now let's just yeah, it's smooth. Let's slow it down. Don't want it to re-trigger, so sometimes it'll be really low down there. I want to add some random into it though. So I think you can add a bit of random into it using... I guess this adds a random. I mean, there's nothing stopping me having a second LFO going to that as well. So the two LFOs are going to be combining in a way that they're like making that move. I can have them still both running quite slow. That kind of thing. Xylophone together as well. There we go. So let's do a structure of this. So duplicate this scene. Oh, that was the group. So how shall I start this? I'm thinking start this you start with this. Oops. Duplicate the scene. There we go. Start without the piano though. Open up the filter for that, and then I'm going to bring in the pad, do you think? Don't want to bring the kick in just yet. And the hat, maybe. So it's very quiet. No. I think we want to save the piano for a bit. On that, on the output. Record that in. So I'm now recording whatever's happening straight into this view. And I could just play around, move the triangle a bit. I mean, I could even play around with some of these decay times, that kind of thing. I should have signed those to some controllers. Has the LFO changed your yogurt dimension? It has, yes. I'm seriously impacting Dr. Zen's yogurt today. I never thought I'd say that today. Anyway, I'm going to be concentrating. I'm going to fade the piano in. With some sends. This is just monstrous on headphones. I mean, it is just pure this is wrong, but it's fine. Sidechain effect before it comes in, because I've got the sidechain on pre-fader, so I need to make it post-fader. Drop out the percussion. Now. Should have done that earlier, because it needed it. The xylophone needs to come up. Take the pad out. Out, back in, all it needs sometimes, and then we'll bring the pad back in. upwards to bring it down. Weird. I took a bit up an octave as it went up an octave. And then stop. Stop. And the reason we're still hearing that playing, by the way, is because we've got stuff playing in the grid. We're not telling it to stop in the grid. So there we go. I've got an arrangement. How long did this last? How long do my arrangements last? Where can I see the... I want to see how long time it is. Where do you find the time? Because usually that's... I don't know. That's... I reckon that was about 5 or 6 minutes or something like that. Can I see the time in here? Anyone? Time? 558 seconds. Well, okay, what's that in minutes? I guess you can turn on the ruler. Show real-time ruler. Okay, show cue markers. Doink, doink, doink. I don't know where it shows the actual time in here. Does anyone I was drifting away to that. Okay. Well, look, I've been streaming anyway for 1 hour, 19 minutes. There's like 20 of you in here on YouTube. Thank you so much. And let's jump it over and have a look in Twitch. There's a few of you in there. Hello, Twitch crew. And over on Facebook as well. So, yeah, like I say, I've got the arrangement now for this done, so I could just bounce that down, put it in my folder of track done. You see, what I'm trying to do with these live streams is just showing you that you don't need to slave over a track and a kick drum and a hi-hat and EQ stuff for 3 or 4 weeks, you know? That could be it. That's the track done. There's nothing wrong with that. Every time I listen to this track now, it will feel fresh and new to me because there's so much movement and things that I've done to it. That's just gonna sound fresh to me every single time I hear it back. CTB saying put your cursor at the end of the ruler. Okay, still not telling me what that time is. That's all. So yeah, I like doing quick tracks like this. I just think it's really interesting. Oh, what's its time? Oh, that's for time stretching. So yeah, I can't wait to listen back to all these live streams that I've done. There's 5 now, so I guess there's enough there for an EP. So yeah, I'll bounce them down. I don't think I want to go in and play around with them too much. I want them to be what they are. I think that's also something you got to remember is you've got to allow your art to be what it is and allow it to be, you know, not perfect as well. We do live in an age where there's so many tutorials on how to get rid of your low end and play with your kick and bass and stuff like that. And there is some importance in this, of course. I mean, it's what I do for a living is teach, but I also just want you to also step back sometimes, look at what you're doing and ask yourself, is that essential and is it beneficial? You know, just putting a compressor on stuff because you can. And also I'm limiting myself to very few plugins. Basically, I'm using the same plugins over and over again, and that's dictating a particular sound and a workflow in itself. So yeah, it's really interesting when you start looking back on all of this and how you actually how you make your music and all that kind of thing as well. So yeah, listen, thanks everyone for joining me and listening to me and getting involved, and please like, subscribe and share and all these kind of things as well. That'd be awesome. There should have been little banner showing up here. There we go. We should. Has that been playing? I don't know if that's been playing or not. This little social banner. That's a shame if it wasn't. But to subscribe, like, share. I really appreciate all your support and being here. It's now Sunday afternoon, so everyone have a great rest of your Sunday and have a great week and stay safe. And thanks again. Thanks, DJ Mechanicom. Nice one, guys. Feeling the vibes. Love you lots. Bye.